Despite some truly absurd rumors to the contrary, Nicole Nafziger is still in Morocco. After her 2-week vacation to visit Azan turned into a 5-month extended stay due to the COVID-19 pandemic, not all fans took it well. Some of her fans resorted to vicious mom-shaming. Now Nicole is making solid plans to return to the US before a looming deadline. There is just one problem: Morocco's strict COVID-19 regulations may prevent her from leaving. Is she stuck? Take a look. First, you can check out anytime you like. Nicole's planned trip to Morocco to be with the love of her life turned into an unplanned extended stay. Now that her time in Morocco is coming to an end, though, Nicole is discovering that leaving is not as easy as she had imagined. Second, Nicole was so excited to go. She not only saved up her money for the 2-week trip, she converted a bunch of cash so that she'd be able to really enjoy herself. 3. Reunited at last. After that Grenada trip was cancelled at the last minute, Nicole was heartbroken and so were fans. Fortunately, they were able to see each other anyway. 4. Nicole had days to enjoy herself. She had been looking forward to Moroccan tagine, a dish of meat, fruit and veggies, and was sure to show it off to her followers. That looks so good though. 5. And don't forget the tea. We're talking about literal tea this time. Moroccan tea, one of Nicole's favorite treats. 6. But most of all, Nicole was happy to spend some time with her fiance, the man she loved despite an ocean keeping them apart most of the time. 7. Then COVID-19 changed everything. Sure, Nicole's flight hadn't exactly been overbooked when she flew out, but she was in Morocco when the pandemic declaration was made, but she never expected for all flights to be abruptly grounded without warning. 8. But she had other options. Did she? As Nicole herself pointed out, repatriation flights are an expensive option. She saved up for ages for this 2-week trip. A single mom on a Starbucks salary is not going to be eager to incur a $1,500 debt, as you can see in this screenshot from Forbes, knowing that she won't be able to safely work for months. 9. The good news. Her 6-year-old daughter May has spent this whole time with Rob Ali, whom Nicole has profusely thanked for taking care of her precious girl. Rob Ali has spoken about how she treasures this time with May. 10. Besides. Nicole and May speak regularly, just as Nicole spoke to Azan when they were separated by an entire ocean. 11. But the mom-shamers are relentless. One of them was none other than fellow 90-day fiancé Laura Jalali, whom many fans believe to be an untrustworthy disaster at best and a compulsive liar at worst. Laura, who is despised by her ex-husband and who repaid Evelyn's invitation to visit her in Ecuador by sabotaging her friendships, told of Nicole echoing the same mom-shaming rudeness that thousands of commenters had hurled at her. 12. Nicole didn't stand for it. She clapped back at Laura, but there was one part of her late July response that really stood out. 13. Computer in hands. Nicole for the first time dropped her first hint of a time frame for her return, writing soon. 14. And not a moment too soon. Morocco had let things slide with their foreign visitors in the light of the pandemic. However, in July, the government announced that anyone without the right paperwork needed to depart or they risked being subject to arrest. August 10th was only weeks away. 15. Nicole said her goodbyes. It is hard to say goodbye, even when you have had nearly 5 months together. Sometimes that's even harder than it would be after 2 short weeks. 16. Somehow that still wasn't enough for some people. Now that Nicole was gearing up to return to the US, people who have been spreading wild, evidence-less rumors about their relationship this whole time suddenly began to decree that actually, Nicole had never even visited Morocco and had faked the whole thing. Some people just have worms in their brains. 17. Nicole could prove that she was in Morocco. She shared her location data, but really, humoring these clowns is not going to change anything. If the conspiracy theory is not rooted in reality, then showing people reality is not going to wake them up. 18. But now. During the first week of August, Nicole, as shown in a screenshot shared by the ever-vigilant 90-day fiancé blogger Joan Yates, reached out for advice from other Americans who are currently stuck in Morocco and are on Facebook. She wants to know how to reach Casablanca to make her flight home, but as of Monday, August 3rd, when she posted this, is still very much in Morocco and unsure of how to reach the airport. 19. Oh dear. We're sure that she and Azan had a lot of fun during their time together, but now Nicole wants to come home, and she needs to figure out what kind of documentation is required to get to the city where her flight will leave. But seeing that flights on August 3rd and August 4th were cancelled only increased her concerns about her own flight. 20. We wish her well. Nicole may have spent time in self-isolation before it's safe to see May and Rob Ali after taking a flight. She will also be returning to a hot zone for the pandemic, where federal and Florida state governmental policies have allowed the virus to run wild. We hope that she and her loved ones will be reunited as soon as it is safe and remain safe. That's it for now, thank you for watching, please subscribe to stay tuned.